Hi, everybody. It's Dee Slater with Create with Dee. Welcome to a project that I have here for you today. It is a greeting card and a little treat holder that's made using the products from Stampin Up and the Sparkling Snowflakes Bundle. The bundle includes this photopolymer stamp set with all of these different snowflake images and for greetings for lots of variety, as well as a tag topper punch with the snowflake on the top. So I'm going to show you here today how easily you can make these little treat holders that hold, in this case, York peppermint patties, and then also a really pretty greeting card that says, "Make the season sparkle." And it's a fun greeting card that you can have independently or with it. Okay, I'll turn the camera around and we'll get started. All right, well, I wanted to just show you how fun this was first on the fine shimmer paper, just so that sometimes this like white on white gets lost on the grid paper here. All right, but first let's go ahead and let's make the treat holder. And it's super, super easy. I'm going to start with a piece of basic white cardstock. And this is cut at 2 by 6. Ahead of time, what I've done is I've scored it at 2 7/8 and 3 1/8. What that's going to do is give just this little bit of support here and width that we can put a candy in it. Okay, so we're going to start with that. So I wanted to show you the score lines. And then for the tag topper, the 2-inch is the width of the tag. And you just push it all the way back until it stops. And then with the palm of your hand, punch. And then it punches out this really pretty snowflake. And I want it on both ends, so I'm going to tuck it all the way back until it stops. Punch. And now we have our little treat holder. So if you wanted to, you could stop right there and, tuck in the candy and then tie it with a ribbon, which we'll do we'll do that all together. But I wanted to show you how, if you wanted to step that up a little bit, that you could use the falling snowflakes. That's not what it's called. Let me get this. I ran it through the embossing folder of Snowflake Sky. I knew it wasn't that. It looks like snowflakes falling. That's why I wanted to call it that. Such a pretty embossing folder. And so because of the snowflake up here, I thought, oh my gosh, let's emboss it and really make it look like a snowflake and wintry. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we'll get this on here. This will wiggle and jiggle just a little bit for us. Try not to squish my candy here. So we do want to go ahead and punch first. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay it in the embossing folder as such. And the 6 inches just hit it exactly. It's falling snowflake, so I don't care if it's not 100% even. And what we need to do for the embossing here, let's bear with me just a second, is for the 3D embossing folders, you have the platform. You put down the embossing folder that has your paper in it and run it through. And you have, this is the embossing plate. And sorry if it wiggles and jiggles just a little bit on this table. Put this off to the side. And so now when we look at this, we've got this really incredible embossed snowflake pattern. So we've got the snowflake punch on either end, and we have that. Now, if you would try to punch something that's already embossed, it may interfere with this delicate punch out. I found success by doing it first. The score lines still remain in place. And so we're ready to do the treats. Okay, we'll put that down. All right. Another thing that I really like from the holiday catalog, and boy, I hope that it carries over because it's such a good one. It's the deckled layering circles. I just keep gravitating towards this for a little different take on a circle die cut. And so ahead of time, I've done one of the smaller ones here. And because it's snow, I'm kind of just going towards these gray tones. I like this smoky slate. So I've got my smoky slate ink and the For You from Sparkling Snowflakes stamp set. And we're just going to ink that up and put it right on our circle. So easy and such a cute little treat holder here. So whether you emboss or not, I wanted to give you this idea on how to do this. Simply take your candy and take one of the really pretty white ribbons that Stampin' Up! Has. This is the silver trim ribbon. I went through all of that ribbon. I'm out of stock on that one. But here's the glittered Organi ribbon, or they also have this, what's this? The iridescent ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and use the iridescent ribbon here today. And all we do is simply wrap our candy around it. I'm just going to tie a knot on the ribbon. I find that I like the knots just as good as anything right now, and especially if you're going to make a bunch of these treats. I can see making these treats for a winter party, you know, whether it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, a birthday, a cute little party favor that you could have. So I put the candy in first and then simply just tie a knot. The knot will hold the candy in place. That's all there is to it. You know, so a few simple little score lines and the punch tag, and you are ready to go. I bet, you know, again, I haven't timed myself, but I bet it wouldn't take long at all to, you know, get 20 or so of these made. Or if you are doing craft fairs, this would be a great little craft fair item as well. All right, so now I have our For You, and I'm going to grab our Stampin' Dimensionals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put one here on the ribbon halfway, and then get real close and do it on that as well. That way it's just going to kind of keep the ribbon down. And we'll get our For You, center that, and put it in. Super adorable. I love it. And let's go ahead and, you know, it's Sparkling Snowflakes. So we're going to need even more sparkles on it. So I'm going to add some rhinestones. And we'll do a couple here. And, you know, even if you want to put here, you don't have to do the rhinestones necessarily, but I just think it's a cute little touch. And I'm all about like not being afraid. And I don't want to say afraid, but, you know, let's go ahead and enjoy our gems. It's what makes everything kind of, you know, sparkle and shine a little bit. So here I did 2 on the corners. I have it going in the other direction, but look what a nice party favor that could be. All right, so that's our first one is, again, this little treat holder that you can use. And I'm sure your mind is just going crazy about how you could use that. And let's go ahead and we'll make the card now. For our card, let me go ahead and bring in the sample again. For our card, what we're going to need is a piece of bubble. I always want bubble bath. It's 4 1/4 by 11 is our cardstock. We're going to need 2 layering pieces of fresh freesia cardstock cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and 2 pieces of basic white cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So 2 of each of those. And then for our sentiment, we're going to need one of these circles from the deckled circle die, and then from the fine shimmer paper, that was that paper that I showed ahead of time. This is in the fresh freesia, and just step up on the sentiment on that for our layering. Okay, let's mix some pretty snowflakes cards with our Sparkling Snowflake Bundle. All right, so first what I'm going to do is with one of the pieces of basic white, I'm going to stamp snowflake backgrounds. And so I'm going to be using the open snowflake patterns today. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of the larger ones. Or I guess I should say it is the largest one here. And I'm going to take our Bubble Bath ink, and I'm going to randomly stamp a background pattern. And always like the snowflakes to somewhat go off of the area here, off of the edge. That's why I've got my scrap design or grid paper here underneath. So just each time will look a little differently. So do that. And then while I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and use the big one. This is going to be for the inside. I'm going to do one up on the corner or the top and one up on the bottom. All right, now I'm going to switch colors, and I'm going to go with the next largest snowflake. And on this one, I'm going to bring back in our smoky slate. You know, I think like cards and the holidays, you know, just really can bring back some memories that we have. And when I was looking at, I wanted to make a pink tone greeting card. And I always think of my my grandma Whitman. We always called our grandmas by their last names. She loved anything pink, and she had pink Christmas trees before they were, you know, kind of in fashion, how they are now. And so I kind of was creating this and said, thinking of you, Grandma. I mean, I think that's what we all can hope for, right? Is that we're remembered through the memories that we make with each other. And now I'm going to go ahead and swap snowflakes again. And this is the third of the open snowflake design. And I've got our fresh freesia ink. And now I'm just going to use this and fill in some of the areas here. So just where it looks like it needs a little bit of filler, we'll go ahead and do that. Each time our design will look just a little different. Sometimes it'll be fuller, sometimes it will be a little more open. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in the inside of the card where we've got the ink and the size that I want. That'll be for the inside. Okay, so also for the inside, I'm going to use the sentiment, the Make the Season Sparkle. And so I'm going to have that in our smoky slate. I think I've got that centered. And then also with smoky slate, I am going to, oh shoot, that was supposed to be here. Oh, well, we'll do it opposite this time. I'm going to do winter greetings. I'll show you, like, it won't matter whichever way that we want to do it. Winter greetings will go on our main sentiment for the outside. And then let's see here. What I do want to do is I'm going to clean the smaller snowflake image. So off camera, I've got my Stampin' Scrub, and I want to go ahead and use the Bubble Bath. I'm going to ink that up and center that onto the greeting. So then it's got a cute little background on that. All right, we're ready to get this card coming together. All right, so this is the inside of the card here. I'm going to just start getting some of our layers assembled. And we'll go ahead and using some liquid glue. And get this around. So this is the basic white layered onto the fresh freesia. And then this is our, we're going to layer the same kind of dimensions, but this will be our front of our card base, of our card, greeting card. And put that down. Look what a beautiful pattern that we just made with our stamps. Oh, so pretty. How pretty that is. Who would not love that? And before I put these on, I'm going to get my Wink of Stella. We have this whole sparkling theme going on with our rhinestones. I've got the Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to start with the lighter of the inks. Wink of Stella is liquid, and so like just barely, just enough so that you get the sparkle on it, but it will blend colors. And so I'm kind of I'm starting with the lightest color, and then I'm going to go to the fresh freesia. And you might be able to tell that it is blending just a little bit, but this will add just a very hint of added sparkle. And I'll put it up to the camera here when we're done so that you can see. The next time I use my Wink of Stella, I'll have to get it primed. To prime it, you just push on where it says push, and it feeds the glitter down through the brush of it. All right, so now we've got some background sparkle on it. Hopefully you can kind of try to make it catch the light just a little bit. It's super subtle on that. And I'm going to take our iridescent ribbon again. And again, any of the, the jazzed up white ribbon will really do the trick on these cards and on our candy option here. And I'm going to just do another knot. So I'm using the iridescent. I think you've seen me use the glittered organdie. I love that ribbon too. On it. Let me just get this nice and tight. Again, just making a nice knot. You could tie a bow if you'd like. I'm just kind of showing how you don't always have to do bows. Tight. All right, that looks good. Kind of tidy up the tails a little bit. Now I'm ready to put this onto our card base. So again, this is our Bubble Bath Pink. Love this pink. Love it, love it. And I can put our, our stamped front on. Again, I'm going to just grab my liquid glue. Whatever your adhesive of choice is, whether you use tear and tape or Stampin' Seal Plus, grab your adhesive of choice to put on the card front. And we'll do that. And now we'll take our greetings here that we have, winter greetings. And again, I'll grab my dimensionals. And getting down to the nitty gritty on this sheet, but that's okay. We can always use the edges. So I've got 2 Stampin' Dimensionals behind the sentiment. And we'll layer that onto the shimmer paper. The shimmer paper comes in 3 colors. One of them is the fresh freesia. So pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and use these long strips that are still foam dots. Might as well use the edges. And this actually will make a perfect thing to use the strips for. Put one on the top of the circle And then I'll put another long piece on the bottom. And then this will allow us to straddle our ribbon. And put that right in here. Super cute. Love it. And we are going to add even more sparkle by bringing in our rhinestones again. So I am, this is a recorded video. And so even though it's going to kind of come on our Facebook and my YouTube channel as a new live, I'll be monitoring the comments throughout the day, but I'm actually not officially live on it. It's a pre-recording. All right, so I got some sparkles of the rhinestones around here, and now I'm going to add a few more to the winter greetings. Let's get one more here. And then I forgot too, I wanted to add a little sparkle to the snowflake here as well. All right, so again, it's Sparkling Snowflakes, and I think we've done just that. So we've got sparkly paper, we've got some Wink of Stella, we've got some rhinestones. So this one says Winter Greetings. Oops. And got to get the inside of the card. And then we'll put that on the inside. And you go, no, stampers, one of the things I've started to do is add a little bling to the inside too. So why can't the inside of it look just as pretty as the outside? And especially since we're talking all about sparkle. So let's see here, we'll put one right there. So they open it up and there's a little sparkle on the inside as well. So this one, I did the winter greetings on the outside. My first one I did with the Make the Season Sparkle. And so I don't think you can go wrong on which one you put on the inside or the outside. And we'll bring in our little treat holder as well. Let me turn the camera around. Well, I hope you enjoyed these projects here today. Maybe get your ideas started on how you too can use the Sparkling Snowflake stamp set. And why not get the bundle and save 10%. But the bundle is a great winter tag. And whether you add it as a tag or you do make these cute little adorable treat holders that I'm just kind of obsessed with. I'm making these for our family's holidays. So this will be something that will be waiting for them at their table setting. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed the videos. If you liked it, I really would appreciate a thumbs up, a heart. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. You guys have a great day and happy crafting. Bye-bye.